Climbing is having a moment, and fans know that there are only a handful of names responsible for bringing the sport to the forefront where it belongs. At the top of most lists, Janja Garnbret. Widely regarded as the most dominant competition climber in history, Janja is the perfect ambassador for climbing's next generation. She's young, she's internet savvy, and when climbing made its Olympic debut in Tokyo 2020, she was the first female to take home a gold medal. But what lies beyond the podium? What makes her such a formidable force? More importantly, how is she preparing for the next foray onto the international stage? Janja was born on March 12, 1999 in the Slovenian town of Slovenj. Unlike many elite climbers, she didn't come from a climbing family. However, she did manage to find the sport early. At just 7 years old, she began climbing at a local gym, where her coaches were quick to pick up that she had an undeniable talent. She entered her first competitions at age 8 in Slovenia, where she initially finished near the bottom of the rankings. Less than a year later, she had already won the national overall title in lead climbing. Her rise only sped up from there. In 2014, at only 15, she won the World Youth Beat Championship, also in lead climbing. The following year, she made the leap to senior competition before entering the IFSC World Cup circuit, where she placed 7th overall. Not content to be a one-trick pony, she also entered into a Swedish bouldering event, where she took first place ahead of the likes of Anna Stor and Shauna Coxey. For most climbers, it takes years to find a foothold on the international stage. For Janja, it happened virtually overnight. Her performances weren't just worthy of titles, but were clearly hinting that she had what it took to help write the future of the sport. By 2016, when she was still just 17 years old, Janja was dominating the sport. For 2 whole years, she won the majority of the IFSC events she participated in. She won the World Cup in both lead and combined disciplines, World Championships in lead and the World Youth Championships in lead and bouldering. Then she started showing off. In 2019, Janja did something no climber, male or female, had ever done. She swept every single bouldering World Cup event of the season. Not only did she master all 6 events, but she solved a whopping 74 out of 78 problems. It's a feat nobody has come close to matching since. Today, her win tally is truly staggering. According to her official site, Janja has collected 10 overall World Cup titles and 49 World Cup victories across lead and boulder. But for both her fans and the competition, what set Janja apart wasn't just her ability to win, but how she did. Her consistency and strength were simply unmatchable. In fact, her rivals often reported coming in expecting to fight for second place. In a sport full of egos, some women simply start to believe that Janja was truly unbeatable. To be fair, she sort of was. The biggest test of her career came in 2020, when sport climbing finally made its Olympic debut. Most people will remember that the games were delayed a full year due to the pandemic. The anticipation, novelty of the sport, and thirst for post-COVID entertainment meant that more than 3 billion people tuned in to watch the climbers compete. Janja entered as a favorite and left a champion. That year used a combined format incorporating speed, bouldering, and lead. And the scoring was unique. Each athlete's ranking in the 3 events were multiplied together, meaning the lowest total won. Despite finishing lower in speed, Janja dominated bouldering and lead so completely that her final score was just 5, while silver medalist Miho Nonaka finished with 45, a massive gap that underscored Janja's dominance. But dominance at one Games doesn't guarantee success at the next. So as the Paris 2024 Olympics approached, the question on everyone's minds was, could Janja defend her crown? In 2024, speed became a separate medal event, while boulder and lead were combined on a 0 to 200 point scale. This time, higher numbers rather than lower were the ultimate goal. Despite suffering a finger injury scare during the finals, she pushed through to claim gold a second time, with a total of 168 points. This was more than enough to hold back Rabutu and Austria's Jessica Pils, who scored 156 and 147. More than anything, that victory cemented Janja as a true untouchable. So what makes Janja so hard to beat? First is her precision and flow. Watching her climb, you can clearly see that she moves with surgical control. This might not sound very important, but it ultimately means she wastes no energy. Some people even claim that each sequence feels choreographed, like she's dancing on the wall. You also have to factor in Janja's finger strength and grip endurance. This is what allows her to hang on to those tiny crimps and sloping hills that cause her competitors to flame out. Third, you have her mental game. Janja seems to thrive on pressure rather than let it break her. This is evident in the pile of trophies and ribbons she's collected from various competitions. It's like the more people watching, the better she does. She's also incredibly versatile. Where many climbers prefer to specialize in one discipline, Janja has reached elite levels in both lead and bouldering. She didn't stop there, racking up an impressive outdoor climbing resume, which we will discuss momentarily. Finally, you have her almost uncanny ability to read routes. While others waste time adjusting and testing, Janja often nails sequences on the first try. Because she's able to see solutions so quickly, she conserves more energy and creates that sense of flow that makes even her more desperate moves look effortless. Though she's an undeniable natural talent, she's the first to credit a lot of her success to her longtime coach, Roman Krajnik, whom she calls her secret weapon. Krajnik not only shapes her physical prep, but her competitive mindset, both of which are off the charts. Sadly, no athlete is invincible, especially when you throw time into the mix. Though she has a while before she needs to worry about that, Janja has faced her fair share of challenges. For instance, speed climbing has always been her weakest link. In the earlier Olympic combined format, her lack of speed was a disadvantage. While the new format reduces that weakness, it's still a gap in her skill set. Injury is another constant risk. With the intensity of training on competition, finger tendons, skin tears, and overuse injuries are always a concern. Seeing how much damage she was doing while bouldering, Krajnik was quick to incorporate injury prevention techniques into her training routine. Still, many agree that the biggest challenge Janja faces is the mental weight of expectation. Being the one to beat means every slip is magnified and forces rivals to celebrate her rare defeats like victories. This mental component has been intensified by critics, some of whom argue that her dominance is all about timing. They say that she came out about a time when the competitive field wasn't very deep. Whatever the case, there's no denying that the field is getting stronger. Younger stars like Butu and Oriane Berton are rising, and they are targeting Janja's weakness. By the time the next Olympics arrive, she'll be nearly 30. Some argue she'll have years left to compete. Still, the truth is that there's a whole new generation coming up, and they've spent years learning everything she has to teach. While her vulnerabilities don't erase her dominance, they do serve to remind us that she's human. While Janja is best known for her domination of indoor competitions, she has definitely made her mark outdoors. Once again, her incredible ability to read routes has proven to be her best friend. She's an on-sighting master, starting with her domination of Avatar, an 8B located in Croatia back in 2015. That same year, she red-pointed Miza Zashest, her first 8C+. In 2016, she flashed an 8C in Catalonia on the advice of fellow Slovenian Mina Markovic, navigating the route in just 15 minutes. This was followed by 2 back-to-back 9As. But her real outdoor claim to fame came in 2021. That was when Janja officially became the first woman to on-site a route graded 8C at the fisheye in Alenia, Spain. She has since added other challenging climbs to her resume, including the first female ascent of Bugeleisen, an 8B+ bouldering problem in Austria, and she later returned to climb the 8C sit-start variation, thus proving that her competition skills transfer remarkably well to the outdoor climbing scene. Away from the spotlight, Janja is known for being modest and grounded. Friends describe her as calm and introspective, stating that her relationship with climbing isn't driven by fame. Instead, she trains because she loves it. She loves movement and she enjoys solving problems. She has also used her platform to speak out about difficult topics, especially body image and eating disorders, which she believes unfairly target female athletes. And despite competing against them, Janja maintains close friendships with rivals like Brokera Butu. There's no denying that her career would go down in history if she quit climbing tomorrow, but her true impact goes beyond numbers. She has set new benchmarks for women's competition climbing, thus forcing route setters and rivals to evolve. She has also shown that sustained dominance is possible, redefining what best in the world means in a sport that is definitely getting its well-deserved recognition. Janja Garnbret's dominance is no accident. It's a result of technical mastery, mental toughness, a trusted support system, and relentless consistency. She has already redefined climbing for a generation, and with each season, she continues to test what human limits really are. In the end, Janja isn't just winning competitions, she's shaping the future of her sport.